live in the Crossroads talking about the city's efforts to curb sideshows. And part of that are these rumble strips they've been putting in major intersections, basically grooves cut into the road. Right now it's not too busy. It's probably going to get busy for our next and last live hit, and we're here at Baltimore, for my beloved town topic, and also next door is where I might go if I have time today, Cafe Corazon. Tamales. And it's still really, really windy. We had to take our Halloween decorations down because they were blowing away in the wind. And we're expecting severe weather tonight. Possibly even tornadoes. Imagine that in October. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Now, about that coffee and tamales. Ooh, it's windy. Wow. And we're the first ones here. Coffee. Hey, how you doing? It's already started raining some, sprinkling a little. And the weather today, I think it sounds like it's going to be pretty much a straight line wind event. You know, what they call a line of storms coming in with the bowing out. As for the tornadoes, it'll probably be the typical tornadoes associated with that, which are those little spin-up things. They don't last very long. They can be pretty destructive, though. And they're hard to chase, hard to see. They're usually rain-wrapped. A lot of times, if you look at a bowing line in the north end, you'll see that little spin, and that's where they'll form. Or, you know, sometimes in bowling lines, they have little notches that form where things start spinning. So, and that's expected to happen this evening. It would get interesting if earlier in the day there was some isolated storms that spin up and they could cause the typical type of tornadoes, but that'll probably be very limited. So it's a rare event for October for it to happen, but I remember, when was that? 2008, I think. We had tornadoes happening in December and even into the next year in January. I mean, that year was pretty intense. So it's not unheard of, but you know, it's a wait and see kind of thing. So we'll see. As I always say, we'll see. Ooh. I am taking this to the Poe to get it fixed by the company that manufactured it, which is Blackmagic. They I've read online that they have a defective ribbon cable, which I discovered with my great luck with electronic devices. When was that? 2020, 2021? It was at the Filipino September affair. I went to go use it, and I noticed the white balance was wrong, so I went to go change it and nothing was working on the screen. The lower third of the screen was dead. And so I put it away for that show, and I tried to see what was wrong with it, and read online that there was a problem, a defect with the camera, and I think then it was under warranty. I think I got it in 2019, and I've hardly used it. I used it for some live streaming. I used it, we went to Duluth in 2020 and I shot some video on it. I've done very little with it, and it's pretty much brand new, so it shouldn't have had that problem. It wasn't anything that I did. It's not like I drop kicked it or anything like that. It's I read online that there's a defect. It was manufactured, I believe, in China, and they put a wrong kind of cable in between the screen and a defective cable, and ribbon cable is what they said. But it's past warranty, so now it's going to cost me, and then it's going to cost me to send it via the post office, which is what I'm going to do. I need to get it there by Saturday, so hopefully it'll make it and they'll accept it and fix it. So that's why I'm kind of rushing around today to do it. Ugh. But it would be nice to have this nice cinema camera that I spend a lot of money on to work. And Blackmagic makes some really, really good stuff. And then sometimes, not so good. I hope this is just something that'll get fixed and I'll be able to actually use it, because I didn't buy it to let it sit like it sat for a couple of years. That's my fault for procrastinating. But it's aggravating whenever you buy something and then you have to send it back to have it fixed. Even more aggravating when you have to pay to have it fixed. But oh well. Let's go to the Po. Woo! The Po. Let's see how this will work. This way. Things are getting interesting around this area. We had a tornado warning for Atchison earlier. Check out the Dragon Cam. And you can see the storms are rolling in, and there's severe thunderstorm warnings all the way down to Topeka. 60-mile-an-hour winds supposedly heading our way. Looking at this right here, it's like a nice little rotation couplet forming by Platte City, just to the north and west of us. We're all keeping an eye on the weather. See ya! And we're getting the wind and rain. There goes the rest of our leaves. The wind is starting to pick up here. I think fall will be over with after this storm. It'll be falling. There's what's left of our scary Halloween decorations. Taking everything in because of the wind. We don't want that big scary spider that was on that web to blow onto somebody's window and scare the hell out of some of the Karens in our neighborhood. We probably get in trouble for that too. This is where we are. About to get into the heavy rain. And there's a storm chaser in the Kansas City area moving up 435 on the east side. It looks like a lot of the stuff is shifting south. Riding out the storm. And this is what it looks like outside. It's raining.